All right, everybody. I think we're ready here. So let me look at the ready check here. 4 out of the 5 people click the circle. If you're here and have not clicked the circle, guess what you can do? You guessed right. Now for the fun part. To share a whole new, brand new map. I couldn't help but think Silent Hill style. The old map, the walls melt away, the floor deteriorates, and a whole new set of walls and floors appear. Thanks to Olo here, we got a whole new map.
Very cool. Very cool.
Glad you like it so much, Vod.
My favorite aspect is the fact that there is stuff in every room. Like, that was the biggest thing I was kind of aggravated I did not do. And the fact that, like, each room is unique and has its own flavor is oh man, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. And
Yeah.
for those who are interested, I used Campaign Cartographer to put these together.
Great, great job. Very cool.
Well, there's still a lot more to it for the rest of you, but I know Vod's seen the whole one. And I'm going to gloat a little bit. I'm looking forward to playing through the DL4 maps again.
All right, I was just kind of looking around, showing everything about the map to people at home as well, but I think we're ready to begin here. So if I remember correctly, we pretty much saved Lorana and then just stopped right there, if I remember.
What's his name fell off the edge?
Evan Shatterstone. Yes, menacing. You were all menacing to him. Poor innocent guy. And I think you all were about to attack him, and he stumbled backwards and fell off the cliff. Yes.
Another one of those obscure death opportunities, huh?
Oh, really? All right, so let's go. We can go ahead and begin. I will be a stickler and say don't ask for a short rest. Uh, that would you're in enemy territory. Asking for an entire hour of safety, you better role play it and explain it well to me. Otherwise, you have found Lorana, who, if I remember, ran up and gave Tanis a big hug.
Yes.
And we've established that Tanis and Flint are the only ones that know her previously, correct?
I
Or
believe
no,
so.
and Tasselhoff.
Tasselhoff, yeah, Tasselhoff as well. I'm pausing to let you all talk if you want to. Otherwise,
Is she outside of the room?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry?
She looks like she's outside of the room. Is that the case, or no?
She is only because Tanis was outside of the room.
Oh, okay, okay.
There, I'll move her in.
There you go.
Otherwise, I will go ahead and point out there is a door there and a door there. The Draconian was, oops. The Draconian was trying to get Lorana through that door from passive insight.
If they were keeping her here, it is more than likely we will find more prisoners. I think we have found their base of operations, at least their regional one.
Lorana, have you seen anything? Have you seen the others? Any others captured people, or have they taken you around to show you where the cells are? What can you tell us?
They did keep me in one cell just below us here. Only for a little while. There were many, many women in this cell. I couldn't see much though, but I could tell that uh, definitely lots of prisoners. I did hear that there were other cells with other prisoners. I did not see those though. Would you like me to take you to the cell I was in?
Do you know the layout of the rest of this place?
Though I do not, I at least know where I came from. It was merely a hop, a skip, and a jump away.
I guess it is a start. Perhaps we'll find someone there who has some useful information.
Which way do you think we should go? Should we go through the door he was trying to take you?
No, we came through this door down here.
Were there any guards back that way?
No, not at the time that they pushed me on through the hallway.
Then I suggest that we see what information we can get from the path of least resistance.
I dare not lead the way, but this is the door I came through. I will stand right behind whoever leads.
Raceland looks over at his brother.
After you, dear brother.
Let's go.
My cell was directly across from here.
I will just have Lorana by my side the whole way.
Got it. Yeah, I might lag in keeping up with everybody with Lorana, but it's okay if it's important. I'll quickly move her over. Let's talk about this room. Yes, this is the room I was kept in for a short while. As you enter, it is dark, but the light from the hallway shines at least a little light into the room as you open the door. In here, you see a whole bunch of women, at least 30, from Solace, Gateway, and Haven. Uh, rude straw mats line the walls, and several low chairs are scattered about, but no other furniture or other accommodations are present. As you open the door and the light shines through, the women cover their eyes with their hands for a moment to adjust to the light, half expecting who knows what to come through. As their eyes adjust and they see that it is humanoids coming through, and a small child, uh, they immediately shriek and run up to you all. Who are you? What's going on here? Are you here to rescue us?
It seems we have found the prisoners.
We're friendly. We're friendly here. We're gonna do our best. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. Um, why? If I can ask, where are the men? Why is it all women here?
The men are
The
probably
men are
working.
taken to the mines to work and slave all day long. We do have one man in this room, an older man. He was beaten badly and captured. He's in the back resting. We tend to him. He says his name is Elistan.
Goldman, can you see to him?
Hmm?
Before Tanis enters the room, Raceland taps him on the shoulder and points down the hallway.
Tanis, it appears there are several more doors down this hallway. I doubt this is all of them. We should keep in mind our numbers.
Right.
Taz is gonna look at Tanis and say, We don't even know the layout of this place yet. How are we going to get all these people out of here? I think we should find out what we're dealing with exactly, but we have to keep everybody calm and quiet.
I think we need to do an accounting of everybody who is here. And then, as far as getting them out, there's the way that we came. Other than that, I know no other way.
Taz, as you've already discovered, we already know we have a dragon to contend with. We should keep ourselves prepared for any contingency.
Taz is going to start actively scribbling down a map of the way they've come in, try to keep track.
So, as far as Tannis, he's gonna try and go around and just get a full counting of everybody who's in this cell, if they know of anybody else, and just try and get a full numbers to know what we're dealing with. Who is all left alive?
As you begin counting the women, you get to about 11, 12, when a burly woman walks up to you. There's 34 of us in here. I'm Merida, the seamstress. I'm the leader and spokesperson of these women. We're not leaving unless you get the children first.
Are there children in here, or are they in another place?
Ha ha ha. Oh, good luck getting the children. They're under the watchful eyes of Flamestrike, a red dragon.
Oh boy.
You rescue those children, we will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Fair enough.
Do you have any idea where this flame strike is located?
Oh, absolutely, I do.
And may I ask, what do they have you doing in here? If the men are working in the mine, do you stay in here all day, or do they put you to work in some other way here, or what's going on exactly?
We are sent in groups of 12 up to the mine to feed the men every night. We are required to do the cooking and the slave work inside the fortress while the men work around the outside. Every evening, I myself lead a group of 10 women into the chamber on the ground floor to feed and tend to the children.
He, Raceland kind of taps Tass on the shoulder.
Don't you see? They keep them separated to keep them under control. They use the women to control the men, and the children to control the women. It all seems very well orchestrated.
So
Perhaps
nobody will fight back. This is terrible. Taz will walk up to Merida and ask if he'll kind of show her his paper and his scroll. Will you take us to the children, or do you want to draw the path so we can check it out? He kind of offers her the paper and the writing utensil that he has to see if she can scrawl a crude little map or something, or direct them to where these children are being kept.
And Raceland looks over at Merida and asks,
shall I presume that the children are well guarded?
They are by a red dragon. The red dragon tends to them like she's their own mother. I worry about the children as the dragon doesn't seem all there. If, oh, I look you up and down, and in the armor and the clothes that you wear, you would not get anywhere, even sneaking around this complex without being spotted at least once, especially moving around with all the children. Uh, I suppose. Raceland, you do definitely believe she's telling the truth. She
okay.
seems she
I,
seems
I, I
to be
believe
like she seems to be like a mother hen.
I was more specifically rolling as to whether or not I was taking a guess as to why a dragon was taking affections for human children and tying it into her statement about not being all there. So I want to ask her,
Is this dragon unusually old?
How would I know? I didn't even believe in them until just a couple days ago. I would have supposed she's old. She calls herself Flame Strike.
So we have a dragon, but a crazy dragon. Great.
More
How
than
many
likely a senile
wyverns?
dragon.
Do you notice wyverns also around the children?
No, those I have not seen, thankfully. Don't scare me and make me worried even more, though.
They took a captive from uh, what was that place called? Quintessi?
Colonesti?
Qualinesti. They took a woman from Qualinesti, riding on the backs of wyverns.
If
all
they
right, so
did, I have not seen these wyverns. If I might suggest, maybe we can offer you some clothing, some disguise as you move around the place. But be warned, we are only allowed to go out at certain times. If you are caught, even in disguise, it will be very alarming.
so Rayson's going to roll another insight check, and he's going to look around the room at the different women that are in there, and he's going to try to identify one that one isn't immediately petrified of him, and two appears to him to be perceptive, and then ask just randomly,
What do you know of this dragon?
see if maybe she's picked up something that Merida is not either inclined to share or hasn't noticed.
Well, I've noticed she's quite fond of the children. Almost, she won't attack the children, and she won't let anyone near them when she's awake. She's half mad, I tell you, and there's no telling what she might do if she feels the children were threatened.
So it seems to me that this dragon is senile enough that she should be easy to fool.
And Raceland looks over at the rest of the group.
Perhaps a few of us should disguise ourselves as these women on their next venture in order to minimize suspicion and gather information.
Sure, but does somebody come and escort you to the children? I mean, we'd have to be disguised and wait in here till they're ready.
This
And
might be the safest place for us to wait until then.
They escorted us the first day, and then on the second day they merely opened the door and told us to go do our chores. They know very well that we will not revolt with the children and the men being where they are. We have no choice but to follow what they ask us to do. Even this hope of you all coming in here, I tell you now, is a false hope. You all will be caught.
Oh, great! She's real positive, real uplifting speech. Um, what do you guys what do you guys think we're gonna do with all these people? We need to. I think we need to at least find out um, where everybody is. What's in the other cells? We need to know where the men are, where the children are. Are there more women anywhere in here, or is this all of you?
There are two more rooms, and in each room there are many, many other women. The men are kept in a completely separate area of Pax Tharkus. We don't even know where exactly. If you are serious, I will allow you to accompany me this evening to the children. But that is not for another few hours.
Hey, that
You
sounds
you
like a short rest or two.
you also hear a lot of coughing and wheezing in the back of the room from a male voice.
I think Goldmoon
I
will get over and tend to him.
I didn't notice him while scouting the room.
I was gonna get to that and then multitasking.
No
Um,
worries.
you do. In fact, Raceland, you recognize him as the old man in the gaudy priest robes in the cart, in the prisoner cart that you were all in, being taken to Pax Tharkus earlier.
I presume I would probably just point him out to Gold Moon anyway. So
And Goldmoon, you're going to go over and tend to him.
Yes.
Upon inspection, before even tending to him, you realize that he is on the brink of death. He has been beaten badly, and his life is almost at an end. Regular medicine will not be enough.
anyone looking at Rachel will notice him wince or probably shy back a little bit.
Yeah, Taz takes note. He's fascinated by Raceland.
Do you still wish to help him, Goldmoon?
I'm trying to see spells. What she has.
What are they good for?
So I'm thinking,
Ultimate power!
Yeah.
like, if I. So would magical healing help him, or is he just
You've
like.
got cure wounds.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Cure Wounds.
I mean, you have healing word and cure wounds. I mean, I don't know. You got choices. How about that?
Yeah, Goldmoon will just cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, it's way down at the bottom because it's one of your life domain spells.
Yeah, she has two different spell lists that she's going off of, and Bard comes first, and then Cleric.
Yeah. But I like to do that when I make characters because I find I don't know. I just like to keep my spells organized. Okay. Go ahead. And you can. Did you? What level did you want to cast it at?
She'll do second.
If you want, you can roll a 2d8. Oh, that's not too shabby. 14 hit points added back to him.
Oh, she's a life domain cleric. Okay, that's even better.
As you heal him, the women that were around him, patting him down with wet cloths, gasp in shock as his wounds magically heal, and he almost looks younger, almost for a moment. His eyes open wider. Because he was watching you. He immediately begins to mumble, look around, and finally embrace. I am Elistan. I was hesitant to talk to you all earlier, but I was listening to you all the entire time. This is true, or is it? You, a true cleric of the true gods, of the true gods?
Hang on. Yes, I am a follower of Mishakal. Is that who it was?
It is.
Okay. Mishakal has granted her gifts upon me.
I see this as a sign. I will now and forevermore renounce my past beliefs, and I will begin to worship these gods of yours.
So he was one of the he's worshiping the false gods.
He was, he goes on, I was once one of the high priests of Haven.
Seekers, yes.
Seekers, yeah, high priest, high seekers of Haven. Yeah, sorry. I think the words is intertwined. I don't know.
I think they avoided the notion of priest at post cataclysm.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. So high seeker. Yeah. I was the high seeker of Haven. No longer will I be. This is the first and the true test. Your presence here inspires me, makes me feel bold, empowered. I want to know more. By the way, you all do have the discs of Mystical.
Goldmoon's carrying them, right?
I would think so.
Well, then Goldmoon would likely, being a new disciple of Mishakal, want to share that knowledge with him. And probably, unless Riverwind objects.
I'm keeping Riverwind out of this session.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, I would say that she would probably share the discs with him, or at least show them to him, and say, yes, the gods have returned, and here's their proof.
What do you
Yes.
say, Goldmoon?
Yeah, she'll show that.
To keep things a little simple and mystical, upon touching the discs of Mystical, a bright glow comes, and his eyes close, his head lifts up high, and within minutes later, he becomes a worshipper of Paladine. As Goldmoon's medallion glows, his chest right below his neck glows, and a medallion appears around his neck.
Sorry about that, Tana. I wasn't sure if someone was actually NPCing her with her in transition.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, you came in late. Yeah, he came in late, so he didn't know you were taking care of her. That I was wondering why you were saying all that, but I figured it'll come out in the end why you said all that, and it did.
Again, my apologies. Didn't mean to hijack.
No, it's cool.
It's funny.
Tasmu's just fascinated by this.
Oh, I bet Tasselhoff is fascinated by this.
Wow,
Shiny
do it
stuff.
again. How'd you do that?
Taz,
What?
we need to look like professionals who are here to help them, not children.
Oh, right. Okay, my bad.
Interestingly enough, Ellastan's medallion is just slightly different, as it contains the symbol of Paladine instead of the symbol of Mishakal. Other than that, they would be almost identical. I will stay here and watch the women. You all have a mission. Save the children. Save us all.
While you were working with the men, do you know where they were kept?
I do not. Unfortunately, I was never kept with the men. I was caught on the road after I was kicked out of Qualinost, as you all might have remembered. But no longer, as we all walked aimlessly to the south trying to find haven, we were captured by the Draconians. I foolishly tried to fight. In my old age, they thought it fun to beat me like a pinata. They had pinatas in Dragonlance.
Raceland approaches Elistan, and he looks up at him, and
My apologies, old man. They have no respect for the elderly.
but he looks at him closely with an eyebrow raised as if he thinks he knows who he is and tries to look through him or look into him, and then takes the medallion to look at it more closely. Does anything happen then?
The medallion itself. You kind like around his neck. You kind of lift it in your hand to look at it.
Exactly, yeah, not to take it from him, just to look at the symbol that's on there, realizing it's different and wanting to see it closely.
Just double checking something. I don't think you get shocked or burned or anything.
Just making sure, seeing if it responds at all to my particular breed of magic.
Uh, as for a response, you get none whatsoever. But you don't get burned or lightning shocked or anything either.
Yeah, I want to make sure I didn't get rejected the way the staff would.
The staff, no, definitely a different story.
So at that point, I recognize the different symbol, and presumably Raceland does recognize the symbol or the deity it represents.
I would say so. He's a good history buff.
Paladine indeed, it seems. I must say, I probably have to admit it is good to have you with us.
I was told many stories of Paladine by a funny wizard that you all left me with.
Now his eyebrow really raises.
Bumbling fool, I tell you. But he was humorous nonetheless. I didn't believe a word of his stories. Now I believe them all.
Nor did I, but I feel we should pay more attention to him. I feel he has a significant role to play.
Ah, funny words you speak. Maybe. Well, you all should explore and be off. There are two other rooms just outside this hallway, full of female prisoners as well. You might want to let them know the situation. I will stay here and guard the women in this room.
Okay. Taz is headed for the door. Sees Cameron half out the door, watching. I think we should head down the hall a little bit and let everybody know that we're here and that we've got at least the beginning of a plan.
And my apologies to the rest of the party. I just feel like playing Raceland to the hilt today, so feel free to call him out for any of his assholery whenever you want.
Asshole.
You haven't met some of my other racelands, apparently. Who doggy? I got a very interesting raceland on one of my other campaigns.
Is he playing future Raceland?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. He doesn't realize it's all good. No one cares. We all laugh and we all have a good time with it.
Yeah, he can be difficult to play out while still being endearing.
That's the secret, making him endearing at the same time, I think.
Weiss and Hickman, just that was their most brilliant magic, honestly.
Yeah, because you didn't hate the man. You pitied him.
And if you were ever in his position of being bullied, you related to him all so well, you almost justified some of his actions.
Oof, we could have a long discussion with me on the
Oh,
other
I'm
side of
just
this conversation.
I'm waiting for you all to move down the hallway. That's the only reason I'm allowing the conversation while I'm watching you all move down the hallway.
I don't know if we should all be headed down the hallway.
Oh, you don't have to, just whoever chooses to.
I'd probably let some of them take this first room, and then I'd go down to the last room.
All right, while you all are heading to the last room, in the middle room here, uh, many more women. In fact, you count 60 of them, anywhere between the ages of 18 and 40 locked up in here, in much of the same condition as the women in the first room.
I
And
will.
now, as for this final room, you count 45 young women between the ages of 12 and 20 who have not married or born children yet. It would appear the light bulb went on in your heads, as all the women in the other rooms were children bearing mothers.
Taz will kind of make a motion. He'll put his finger up in front of his mouth and motion for them to kind of be quiet. Everybody, we're friends. We're friends here. We just met the women in the other room. Don't make a noise. We're here to try to get you out of here.
A couple of the women from the first room snuck into the hallway moments after you all went down the hallway, entering the rooms themselves, and start whispering to all the women. Their eyes light up. They all start to giggle and squirm a little bit. You can see the excitement trying to be contained by everybody.
We explain that the plan that we're going to go with Meridia to the children, but everybody needs to kind of be prepared to move, because when we move, we all need to go. all need to go at once. So we start explaining that to them. Tanis, do you think this can actually work? It's an awful lot of people here. We might need to find another way out of here, or we might need to find out what the best way to keep somebody from following us, or finding out what we're up against here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Well, I think that Shatterstar fellow will continue to try to follow us. That's going to be a persistent problem. However, our main concern will be the dragon and the wyverns. If we can't remove them from being able to follow us through the air, then trying to get them away from here won't end well.
Okay. So I think we should probably head back to the other room. Do we know how long it is until she's going to be making the food run to the children?
She said a couple hours, while at the same time, the women in the one of the other rooms goes to feed the men.
Oh, okay. Do you think we should have a look around? We've got a little time, Tanis.
How many men do they know of that are being fed?
Hundreds and hundreds.
What do you say, Flint? Anything down this way?
Not that I can see.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to see Tasselhoff, so that's like a very appropriate question to ask, Flint. And Flint is right. There is nothing down that hallway, leading to only one place left you haven't explored, if that's what you all are wanting to do. But you do have a couple hours before the feeding of the youngsters, the tending of the youngsters, and the feeding of the men.
Perhaps we can get a rest.
You know what I've been worrying about? We've been up and down this hallway, and we really haven't run into any guards. I mean, I know they said that they keep the men and the children away so they won't try anything,
We
but I
did
would have
kill
thought we
8.
would have seen more.
We did just kill 8 of them. Or
That's
6.
true, but it's a pretty big place.
When they're scared because of the children, it'll be easier to control. There's definitely going to be more out and about, probably more on the men. Um, but I don't think they'd keep the bulk of their forces on the women.
I'd say that's actually some pretty good insight there. The Draconians definitely have a plan going on here.
Yeah, and they're keeping
Well,
them separate,
someone did
so
mention a short rest. Did you all want to attempt to spend a single hour of the 2 hours in one of these rooms with the women?
Yes.
Keeping it as a Disney movie?
We, uh, yeah, Taz is wounded. I don't know.
What, no wild Roman orgies?
I mean, you can attempt to. I will allow one single
I
attempt.
was only joking. Raceland would have a heart attack. You kidding me?
Yeah, I know, right? Poor Raceland.
old man couldn't
Uh,
take it.
I will allow one attempt at a short rest.
Hmm.
I think for right now, I would like to test the other room, see what's through that door that we didn't check.
Go
And
on.
then once
Oh
we
yeah,
know, like, this area, there isn't going to be any more patrols wondering where the Draconians that we killed, because it did seem like they were trying to drag Lorana off.
I agree. Let's go.
Well considered, Dennis.
Tasselhoff, take a look at this door.
Yep. I'm gonna listen, and I don't think the door is trapped or anything. They were trying to get through this door. I will listen at the door to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
You hear nothing but silence.
Door is unlocked, I would presume,
Wiggling the
since they were trying.
handle, you do find it unlocked.
All right, Tasselhoff will step through.
You find yourself in a larger room, not too large. You do see, looking from your perspective here, on the far end, a set of stairs going up to what you would assume would be the ground floor. Marietta did warn you that there are many more enemies on the other floors than there are on this floor.
Yeah, and Taz would have warned them about his little excursion up the chain and what he had seen on the upper floors.
And yes, I see someone drawing an arrow. There is a hallway that goes that way and then turns to the left. What's down there, you'll have to find out.
We go left.
Just trying to be quiet about it.
Once again, we'll be cautious and listen before we open that door.
You all think you are being sneaky, and as you do, you go up to the door, of which you hear the sounds of something. A familiar sound. Wait, you've heard this before. Strange noises. First a loud crash, followed several seconds later by a dull thump, and then gales of raucous laughter. The laughter dies down slowly, and after a minute the pattern repeats. You recognize that laughter
Taz
as,
looks at Flint. Oh no.
oh
No.
yes,
We can't let him escape.
Taz moves out of the way. Last time I met these guys, I got a face full of food. One of you guys goes in first.
Fine. Get out of the way, doorknob.
Be my guest.
And I walk through.
a long timber is balanced on a boulder in the center of the room. At each end of the timber is a wide disc-shaped container. Set on the ground by these containers is a pile of large stones and a tall wooden box. Huge mattresses of straw have been spread on the floor beyond either end of the timber. A dozen short, stocky creatures scurry frantically around the timber, shouting and cursing at each other. They wear oversized tin helmets, and several wear swords in their belts. Because these swords are several inches longer than their legs, those creatures who wear them often get them tangled between their feet, sprawling headlong onto the floor. Shortly, a pattern emerges. One of these creatures, who by now are recognizable as the Agard Gully Dwarves, your best friends in the whole world, climbs into the dish and at one end of the timber, dropping that end to the ground like a large seesaw. Three other Agar climb onto the wooden box at the other end of the timber, where comrades have already raised three of the large stones. The Agar on the boxes drop the stones together into the dish below them, dropping that end to the ground and catapulting the dwarf at the other end through the air, over the heads of the three on the box, and into the mattress of straw. After each of these stunts, all the Agar laugh uproariously, then run around crazily for a while until the process is ready to start again.
Wonderful. Agar jumping beans.
And see, like, Elo
Agapult.
here was so awesome, he actually made it. That was like the cherry on the top that you made that in there. That was awesome.
Any food flying through the air in here?
No food, just dwarves. Well, I guess a dwarf could be a food to a dragon, but no humanoid food.
I don't think a dragon would eat one of them.
Okay,
Uh,
I gotta break the wall here and ask you, how did you build that? Did you how did you build that seesaw or that catapult?
You mean inside the map program?
Yeah, I mean, did you assemble that from different pieces, or did you draw that? How'd you
Yeah,
get that?
I assembled it from different pieces. If you're familiar with Campaign Cartographer, there's an open source collection of about 10,000 more objects called the Venturi Project. So all those pieces were just basically put together, and then I put them on different layers so the shadows lay down right.
Very cool.
um, it's a little early, but let's take just a quick break here. I gotta go do something real fast, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
Actually, good timing. See you in a minute.
Okay, just a few minutes, everybody. All right, I'm back. I'll do a ready check and then we'll go live again. Well, if you're back and have not clicked the circle, now is a good time to do so. And there we go. Everybody's back. All right. What would y'all like to do? You're in a room full of gully dwarfs.
Yeah, Taz is gonna walk up to Flint.
We did not rest yet, right? We're collecting information first.
Correct.
Correct. Flint, what is this? What's going on?
Looks like they're playing seesaw. I
Okay,
don't know.
so it's exactly what it looks like. Okay.
The acrobatic flying gully dwarves.
While you all are staring at them, they finally notice you, and they immediately scatter all over the place, ceasing their game, diving for cover behind the timber and stones. A minute later, several of the tin helmets peek from behind the cover, while finally one of the sword-bearing gully dwarfs swaggers forward. His face is hidden behind a bushy beard, and his tin helmet shadows his eyes. In fact, he sees very little. As he nears you all, he trips over his sword and falls headlong. His helmet rolls to the feet of Caraman. Oh no, Caraman's way over there. Okay, let's make it roll to Flint. Oh, just how ironic. Um, the gully dwarf rushes to snatch his helmet back, blustering about trespassers and uninvited guests. Hello, my name is High Lanth Druth, leader of the Clad Clan. Yes. What are you all doing here? And why have you come here?
Flint, would you like to give it a try? And I point to the seesaw.
No, I don't want to try. And we're here to rescue you. Damn gully dwarves. You don't even know what's best for you.
Flint, now I kind of want to try it.
Oh, you do not. Oh, come on.
Look, the child wants to play. Everybody, get back on.
I will hold Lorana back from the idiocy of the gully dwarfs and Taz.
Gilthanas just shakes his head side to side as Taz goes
Yeah.
flying in the air. That's awesome. You actually went flying. That was great.
Wow, it's actually a lot more fun than it looks.
It has to be lots of fun because it doesn't look fun at all. Stop messing around. And
Got to find some joy where we can find it in this place, Flint. All right.
Anyone want to throw the dwarf on?
you do, and that'll be the last thing you do.
I
Come
don't
on,
think
he
it's
is not
about
some
me.
dwarf pleb. He is a dwarf king.
I'm not sure his old bones can take it, right, Flint?
I'll throw each of you onto that catapult. I've seen better agar fly than any of you, so quit. I'll quit while you're behind.
All right, well, King Flint, you must speak to your people and see if they can be of service to us.
Truth.
Why are these guys always where they shouldn't be?
Why are you here, Druth?
Think of them as the rats of Kryn.
Not the rats of Nim.
Rats and
Exactly.
Honestly, I was gonna go with roaches.
That kind of works too.
But why are we here? We live here. We've been here for a long time. Holds up 8 fingers and says, two, long time.
Fine. How long have the draconians been here, and the dragons themselves?
No, the dragon. Oh, they've been here a while. They've been here short time. And he holds up 3 fingers. You realize you can't even trust the amount of fingers he's holding up.
Of course not. The Agar can't count.
The legendary mathematical prowess of the Agar.
Can you help us out here? We need you to help us move around here quietly. And I know you guys know how to get around places without being seen.
Yeah, we know this place very well. What have you for us? We need to live too. Yes.
Does
Let me
everybody have a
ask,
story?
do you like the Dragon Men? Or
No.
do you want? Well, we're trying to get a lot of people out of here. That's our goal.
Ah, you funny. There only one way out. You not get out that way.
I bet you don't know which way that is.
Well, you think I don't know? I know exactly where it is.
I don't believe so. I don't think any Agar knows which way is out.
You keep talking like that, and I'll make the rocks fall, and you never leave.
What our friend here is saying is that he needs to see proof that there is a way out.
Speaking of the rocks, do you know how to make the rocks fall? And Tez recounts what he had seen on the second floor, the wheel that was too hard to turn. Is there a way? This
Do
could
you not know the way? Yes, it take many of us good dwarves. We jump and grab pole, and pole fall down, and rocks fall down in front of door. Trap you all.
Taz motions over to Tanis and he says, I think if we could get out first, we might be able to drop those rocks and block the passage so that nobody else can get out of here.
That'll stop their army, but not their dragons.
True, but we might need a little help. I don't know.
They
we
might
need to
be able
build-
to help sneak out the people while we're dealing with the bigger threats.
Yeah,
As soon as we get the kids out, then sort with the dragon, and then collapse the way out, and we can leave.
Tasselhoff, that is some incredible insight there. I think you should give yourself inspiration.
the only thing is, if we use them to drop the rocks, I'm not sure how they'll get out of here.
But they don't want to leave.
We no leave. You make everyone else leave.
Oh, they just want the dragon men out. Well, then that might not work either. Because if we drop the wall, the rocks, then the dragon man will be trapped in here.
With them, yeah.
You have, and he starts smelling you guys up and down. You have good food. You give us food, maybe we help.
Oh damn! I was looking through Goldmoon's cleric spells. I was like, please have create food and water.
What do we actually have? I don't think it's that much.
I know, that's why I chose that.
How many dwarves are here?
Let me double check. There's a lot, though. We can easily say there's probably like 30 to 40 agar. At least. You don't know. They're running around all over the place, and they all look the same. You count one, you think you've counted them 5 times now.
Well, good thing we have 30 to 40 rations within all of us.
What about, we still have another direction. We went left back there. Maybe we can find a kitchen or
The women
something?
do serve food to the men. Maybe we
There
can
must
work a
be a
deal.
preparation room somewhere.
Yeah. I was thinking that maybe we could work a deal with them. Try and get some extra food snuck out so that we could feed the dwarves.
I don't want their food. Their women's food. Yucky. Too many spices and herbs.
Oh yeah, I remember Gully Dwarf food all too well.
I think I could still
We
smell it.
we like raw. I'm just kidding. Had to go with a Lord of the Rings for a moment.
Well, we'll see what we can find. What did Gully Dwarves like to eat again? Agar, sorry.
We like what you have right there. And he points to your guys's food backpacks. What are those called? Lunch boxes. Tasselhoff even has a limited edition one that a gnome's made out of steel and metal. They call it aluminum.
Hey,
Aluminium.
Gilthanas, got any limits?
I don't know, Flint. These are your people. You can make that decision.
I think you should show us, and then we'll give you some food.
No, no, you can leave. You give us food when I come with. You no give us food, you leave. But we keep quiet, 'cause we're good people.
Insight.
Yeah, go for it. The Agar who says that gives you a wink. You can't help but think you believe him.
Oh, dear God.
Goldmoon is in awe at the amazing debate going on right now. Even though it says 10, she rolled a 1.
Yeah, she did. Alright, well.
I'm looking to see what do we actually have. I mean, we just got a few rations.
We got like 35 total.
Well, I mean, maybe we need to take this one step at a time. We do need to get out of here first, and maybe think about eating later.
Yes, yes. And he starts holding out his hand.
Just
He
give
heard
them
Tesla.
Just give
One-
them in a box of rations. It'll stave them for now.
1 second. You stay over there, Gully Dwarves. I go walk over to the rest of the party. Let's give them 5. Let's tell them that's all we have, and let's see how that goes.
Give them 1 and tell them 5 is all we have.
Even better. So I collect 5. I collect 1. I grab 1 out of my pack. Walk over to the head Agar. Here's all 5 of our rations. Here you go. I hand it to him.
Ooh, this not look like much. You're gonna have to give me a persuasion check.
It's 5, I swear.
We have more than that? Look, lots of us.
Oh no.
I give
No.
him
no,
my
it's okay.
inspiration so he can reroll.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right.
Only
There
slightly
are
better.
only one king.
Oh, but look at that. The dice have spoken. As the Agar rolled a wisdom check that beat your persuasion.
Wait a minute, don't they have a wisdom penalty?
Let me see here. I gave them intelligence and charisma penalty. I mean, I would say that's I think that's going to be tomorrow's debate in my Discord, because which should be worse about the Agar? Should they have less intelligence or less wisdom? I think they should have less intelligence. They're wise enough to survive this long.
Yeah, I would
I
agree.
agree.
Yeah, wisdom is about survival, and they're cockroaches.
Yeah. So I gave them an average wisdom of 10, but I gave them an 8 for intelligence. I remember I almost gave them a 7, but I thought, no, they're at least humanoid.
I think you chose the right two. But I had to ask, of course.
Oh yeah. I thought it was fun to play that out. No, but let's keep it going. Oh no, look, she has food. He has food. He has food. You all give me food. 5 from all of you. And he holds up one finger.
I think he means. I'm just whispering to Tannis. I think if we all give 1, we could probably pull this off.
Yeah, they
Probably.
Probably can't count for the life of them.
That
One
was
So
from
I'm
each.
Okay, so I'm taking a peek. Tasselhoff, Riverwind, Flint, and Tanis. Not everyone's on the party sheet. That's what's up. But those from the people on the party sheet, those are the ones that have rations.
yeah.
Carmen,
Mage ain't
some
carrying
too.
much.
Carmen has some too.
Yeah, Taz only has 5. Who's got 30?
So I'll walk up. Say, this is the special one for king only. And I'll give him one of my rations. This is 5 for the king.
Ooh, okay. So I will say Although you couldn't persuade him to take just one, they are gullible enough to take one from each of you who had food. So everyone who had rations, you now have one less. That's some good bargaining. As Heiklandruth, I hope that wasn't misspelled when it looks weird, but oh well. He, come, I show you the way. Where we go?
Does he have a token?
That's
If he
funny.
leaves,
I'm actually getting him one right now.
I'm gonna say we're going back out the main door. Or does he know another way?
He's right in front of the door. We gotta go up the stairs. Where we go? No one's gonna remind him on where he's taking you?
We can't go. Hold on. Upstairs is dangerous.
Tanis is reminding him of what he saw up there. There's another dragon up there, Tanis, and
Yeah.
bad men.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Upstairs is a current issue.
Surely they know what's up there. I mean, I don't know what he's planning.
You have issue? You need tissue?
They might be a little
There
bit
is
more active right now.
Oh, the
well,
dragon men.
the dragon men, the dragon, lots of activity upstairs.
Yeah, they up the stairs.
Well, we don't want them to see us.
That's big problem for you.
Do you have a way in which they won't see us?
Hmm. No.
Do the dragon men allow you? Do you work for the dragon men? Do they allow you to freely come and go?
They push us around and tell us to do things. We do things, they leave us alone.
Okay, so we got a big problem here because if they see the gully dwarves, not a big deal. If they see us, we're dead.
They see your head, you best be dead.
Taz kind of looks back at Tanis, looking at Flint. I don't know, guys.
We're gonna have to scout it out anyways.
We're gonna have to scout it out, and we need to see if we can talk to the men folk. We can't escape yet. We need to make sure we can do it all at once.
We were gonna
Do
sneak
you,
with the
do you
women
know
to
where
talk with the men.
Yes.
Yeah. What else is on this floor? Yes, the Agar.
Water, spices, herbs, yucky food.
Like a storeroom, a big room with lots of crates and boxes.
That's what I said.
Any shiny things? Any weapons?
No, we take all shiny. We leave pots. We try to make helmet. Pot don't make good helmet. They fall off.
Okay. Well, what do you guys want to do then?
Come, I show you. And he starts bounding off. Store here.
Is there anybody in there that we need to know about?
I'm just quickly checking something real fast. Karaman, do you still have your torch lit? Do you want your torch lit? I was cleaning up the combat tracker and noticed you still had a torch.
So there are little dots here, but I don't see light coming from them. Is this lit?
It is lit.
Okay, then no, I'll go ahead and turn that off.
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. If you see those little light things, I actually do have an actual light source there that I programmed that Elo here made a picture of. What about you, Tasselhoff? Do you still want your torch?
No, I was just looking at that. No, I need to turn that off.
Okay, everything looks good then. I guess that was it. I thought there was more there on the combat tracker. In here, lots of yucky food.
But no dragon men, right?
No. Women go in here and make food for the men. They try to give to us, we no like it.
Does Goldman hear anything up the stairs?
Not a peep.
All right. That's what I had her perception roll for.
Yep, and that's what she rolled.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I finally found that out recently. You just click the middle mouse wheel and it'll show the players what I roll.
Was that the roll that I had made?
That was the roll I made. The roll you made. Oh, you did make a roll.
Yeah.
Right in between two of my rolls, so I missed it. Nah. Here, I'll show you your roll. Look at that. You do hear footsteps throughout this entire conversation. You hear them walk away. They seem to come back. And at this point, they're beginning to walk away again.
All right, cool. She's going to focus on that just in case.
Very rhythmically.
So more of a militarized force.
Could be.
Does Taz see anything that looks interesting, or is it exactly what it appears to be?
Ah,
Barrel
yes.
crates.
This is a particularly cool looking room, I think, as well. as many rows of crates, boxes, and barrels line the walls of this large room. Several boxes containing iron nails are open nearby. All other containers are closed.
We seem to have no light in here.
No light in there except for what's shining through the doorway.
Why do you need light? It's perfectly fine in here.
For someone who lives so close to the earth, perhaps.
It also has a very unique smell in here.
And that would be...
Oh, that's a good question. You take a big breath. You recognize the smell as oil.
Blow this shit up.
Crude oil. Texas tea. Black gold.
Blow it the fuck up.
No, not yet.
Well, yeah, I'm
It's
just
good to
thinking, like,
know.
this is a great way to start some shit or to finish it.
Well, the DM said you better move away.
Yeah, I was thinking it could be used as a diversion or distraction too. To smoke rises if we wanted to get the dragon men out from the top floor down here while we go up there. But I'd be worried about setting the whole place on fire with all the women and children.
Oh, yeah, they'll definitely be removed from here, but 100%, like, Auric in middle, like, the Battle of Helm's Deep, just come in here and just blow it all up.
Yeah. I always think of Pax Tharkus as Helm's Deep.
So Raceland taps the Staff of Magus on the floor and says, Sharok.
For daylight, I got you covered. I actually programmed it into this campaign.
Cool. Yeah, the button isn't working on my spell sheet.
Oh, wait. Actually, can you give me like 15 seconds? 20 seconds?
Or Ken?
Okay, I know daylight is 60 feet bright, so would that make it 80 feet dim? Or no, is it just 60-60?
Let me check.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll have everything else ready by then.
Dim an additional 60 feet.
Yeah, so it's 60 and then 120.
Thank you. Yep, I just got it programmed in. 1 second here. F F F F F 3E1. Did you all memorize that?
Of course.
Because we all know our hexadecimal, right?
Doesn't everybody?
I know FFF is white.
Yep. All right, there we go. I think I got programmed in. Now to click the FX button and see if it's in there. And there it is. Spell daylight for me to give to Raceland. Boom! I'm kind of surprised that one's not like pre-programmed like naturally into Fantasy Grounds, but as you saw, it only took me a few seconds.
It looks like you got it right, too.
And as you move around, it'll totally follow you around because it's on your character. You can see it on the combat tracker.
Yep, cool. Bitchin', dude.
Daylight's a pretty high level spell, so I don't know how many people would use it.
Oh, that's true, huh? Yeah, that's true.
Nice that it's built into the staff, though.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just checking it out. Like, you really lit up the room.
Yeah, it's a much bigger
You
room
really
than I
did.
thought. Like to. Can I tell where the oil smell is coming from? Is it coming from the barrels?
It is coming from the barrels. Not every barrel, but many, many of the barrels. At least 12 and a half dozen times.
The barrels on either side of Tass were meant to be the oil barrels.
Yeah, yep. That looks like the exact right amount of number, too. That's how detailed the Lohir was.
Yeah, I really like his maps. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, well, it's exactly what we thought it was. Oh, no.
You also, since you're doing a more thorough search, it sounds like, I'll give you the details now. You count 50 plus barrels of oil, roughly around 20 barrels of fresh water, at least 10 barrels of salt, and maybe roughly 20 crates, not barrels, of nails, at least 100 boxes of grain, at least 40 crates of wool woven into 4 by 8 foot pieces, at least 10 crates of leather in the same dimensions, and roughly about 30 boxes of pots and pans.
Taz will grab a box of nails and put that in his backpack. You never know when you might want to lay a trap or stop a door. If they're small enough, he'll put one in his pack.
Are we able to tell where they're from? Are they all from the same location? Or are they from different locations?
Yeah, is anything marked on the crates at all?
There is an unfamiliar symbol on some of the crates, not all of them, but it would appear that these must have come from somewhere, a source that was given to the dragon men to keep them fed and alive, along with the prisoners.
Seems like we found some kind of sigil of where they came from.
If it's of any significance, do we know what that symbol looks like? Does it look like anything representative of anything, or is it just kind of an abstract symbol? Writing?
I'm pulling one up right now. Right? Picture's worth 10 words.
At least.
At least a dozen.
I'm almost done here. There we go.
Now the question is, do any of us recognize?
That I'm going to have to say I don't think so.
This would be different from the symbol that Flint found during his 5 years before everything started, trying to be circumspect about what he did and what he found. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I bet. That's a good one. No, I'll just put my foot down and say, nope, none of you have seen it before.
Fair enough.
Make it fun and mysterious.
Okay, well, Taz will make a quick little drawing, a little scribble of it on his map there, just in case. Big question mark.
I'm guessing it has to come from exceedingly far away with how far traveled some of us have been.
Well, unless we want to take any of this food, I don't know what else we can do in here.
The refugees may need.
What is this?
Where did he
The
just run off to?
Oh, someone noticed. Yes. He wanted to eat some of that yummy food you gave them all.
All right. Well, he didn't go upstairs, so that's all.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
The refugees may need some of this food once we release them. We may not want to discard of it so quickly.
Oh no, we're definitely keeping some for them.
Raceland will go ahead and refill his water skin and probably grab a small pouch full of salt.
Oh, good call. Always good to keep salt in your pocket in case you have to throw it in someone's eyes.
Many
You
other
said it was
uses for it.
Oh,
grains
you
and
guys mean in D&D? Oh, I guess salt's useful in D&D as well.
you said it was there's no like meat storage or anything in here, right? This is not a cooler. This is
It
mostly
is
like
not a
dry
cooler.
storage.
But I would say, being a fantasy world, meat would be packaged within salt grains, as that's what the Egyptians and the Romans did, if I remember.
Yep. Romans packed with salt.
Yep. Can you only imagine what it must have tasted like?
Salty.
Well,
Yeah.
if you like beef jerky, it's not that hard to imagine.
I do like. I used to make my own beef jerky. It's fun.
I couldn't imagine cooking it.
Yeah, there's these devices you can buy that like dry up the meat and everything. It's kind of cool. Oh, what do you guys want to do? Gold Moon, nothing has changed yet in the footsteps. They come, they go, they come, they go, just like a metronome.
I just got to say, it suddenly comes to mind, Gimli awfully was drooling over the salted pork in Lord of the Rings, so I don't know. Might be like, their ultimate delicacy.
Oh, I bet, right? Because the salt is so flavorful.
Especially bacon.
Making bacon with macon. All right. Hopefully none of you know what that's from.
Raceland's going to
you-
turn off the light before he steps out of the room.
Okay. I think I have to take it off of you though.
Yeah, it's a little bright to be walking around with subtly.
There you go. All right. I'll be honest, y'all have pretty much explored the entire basement.
I think at this point we can try, now that we know more of what we're dealing with, spend an hour to rest and come up with a plan.
I think that's the best idea.
Agreed.
Any objections?
Gold Moon, you start hearing some hustling coming down the top of the stairs.
Guys,
Quick,
people are
take
coming.
cover.
Back in the room, back in the main room, we came in.
And as you all begin to run away, you see, and I'm sorry, I really was going to try to make you guys fight something really good and nasty, but the random encounter dice told me that 4 agar instead run down the stairs. A 1 in 6 chance, and you guys have to bump into more agar.
Are they surprised to see us, or are they coming? Were they from the other room? Have they seen us before?
No, they were coming downstairs. They must have been working on a job. Who knows what they were doing? They're agar. But they do spot you, and they shriek, and then stumble and trip and fall down the stairs. Thankfully, none of them break their neck. They're pretty sturdy folk.
Oh no, that would have been a tragedy. Oh. The shriek does. I guess that's pretty much a normal behavior for a Agar. But Taz puts his finger up in front of his mouth again. Shh, 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 shh.
Flint, tell your people that we need to be quiet.
For the 1000th time, these aren't my people, I whisper. And
You would be a great king to them. Come on.
With the shriek, you start hearing the sounds of barking.
Is this something we recognize?
Do we want to get in the room and?
Yes, you do recognize the sound of barking, as barking comes from dogs.
They have dogs. That's interesting.
As 4 war dogs start charging down the stairs to check out the sound of the shrieks they heard. Everyone, roll initiative from right where you're at.
Nice roll, Task. Man, we ran the gamut.
I just can't let you all get away with not a single battle in one episode. So let's start things off with a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll start this battle. Is that okay?
Sounds
All right,
good.
Yep.
sounds
Okay,
good.
just a quick 5-minute break. We'll start this battle, and that sounds good to me. So I'll be right back. All right, I am Beethoven. If you're back, just click the object with infinite angles. All right, I think we're good enough. 4 out of 5 people. The fifth person will probably click the circle anytime now, so I say we can go ahead and begin. Looks like Raceland's person who's ZZZ. So, and he's not top of the list. So let's start this fight. Do you guys see the war dogs? You do. Start this battle with Tasselhoff.
All right. Let's see. What is that distance?
It looks like it's about 50 feet. But you can't go in a straight line.
Yeah, no. But the height of that is about 35 feet. I'm just wondering if I can lob something up there at them.
Maybe if you were to come down to the bottom of the stairs. But from where
Yeah.
you're at, I'm going to say no.
Well, let's see how close I can get here.
Do the stairs have any kind of railing?
None. But, well, none, but from where they're at, they're still coming down off of the ground floor, so it's only half visible from where you guys are at. Like you can see them, but it's obscure a little bit. If they were to take a 5-foot step down, you'd probably see them pretty well.
Okay. I could dash and get to the stairs, but then I'm gonna get eaten by 4 dogs. I think Taz is gonna use his 30 feet to get where he is and kind of hold there. Yeah. Can I ready? I'm gonna ready my hoopak for the first dog that makes his way down here.
Okay, makes sense to me. Are you gonna move or anything? I don't see you moving.
Who? Taz?
Tess,
Yeah,
just gonna
Taz.
stay right where you're at?
No, Taz was behind Goldmoon, so I had to use 30 feet to get where I am.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, tokens aren't locked. Does Lorana have animal handling? She can calm these.
Lorana, the PC, has a lot of beautiful stuff. Lorana, the NPC, is going to hide right behind Tanis for now. If that made sense. All right, and we are at a dog's turn. Give me 1 second here.
I will feast on your bones.
Oh, I failed. I wanted to find some good fight music.
Where is that from? Oh, Feast on Your Bones.
Curse of Strahd Werewolf Den. I'll just click the werewolf fight and we'll improvise with the werewolf fight. Oh, that's actually really cool music in the background. And you were holding an action, Tasselhoff?
I was holding on that first dog, so I think I get shot now, right?
Yeah. You could probably get dog 2. I mean, you could get both of them, but dog 2 would have been the first one. Oh, Caraman, that's great. What movie was that from? That was from a movie, I remember. That's so sad. You guys are all killing dogs.
Aw, he went down pretty quick there.
It's not like what are those type of wolves called?
Oh, I know that. They look nice and cute.
You thinking of dire wolves?
Yeah, dire wolves. I keep wanting to say werewolf. I have were in my mind.
Does it explode in a pool of acid?
No, and the morbidity in me can't help but say the dog yips 3 times and then falls over.
Aw, come on now. The picture's cute, but Combat Tracker says war dog, so
I know, right?
And a red fern grows there.
Oh, that's so messed up. Oh, I remember that book and the movie. All right, Gold Moon, I see your movement. There you go. I'll get you over there now, Raceland, just to get you over there. Yeah, Gold Moon's got a lot of tricks up her sleeve.
Hey, Vod, is the calendar accurate?
Let me take a peek.
That's within 60 feet, so she's gonna cast command
Nice.
and tell it to heal.
The war dog miserably failed that wisdom save and immediately sat down. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Gilthanas, although intelligent, is not totally wise. Does go ahead and step forward. He sees that this Gold Moon casts a spell and he sees the dog sit down, so he does have an idea not to hit that dog.
Just saw Cameron's pun over there. Heel.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Gilthanas decides to cast a spell on himself. He casts Blade Ward. All right, Raceland, I already accepted your movement.
Yep, I noticed. So he moves 30 feet ahead to where he is now. Targets the war dog with a firebolt.
Poor dog. Oh my god. Have you guys ever smelt a burning dog? No, I should not even ask that question.
It's a barbecue. Hot dogs.
And that dog was tame too.
Oh, come on. You're killing us.
You're talking to the questionable mage here, remember?
That was awesome. I adjusted the calendar too.
I noticed he's now casting with high sanction.
Now, I noticed how you have it programmed. It says save 2. Is it not supposed to have a plus or a minus before the 2?
That's a good question. I probably have to fix that.
I'm not sure. I think it should. Do you want to do anything else too?
That'll do. I'll end my turn.
All right, Flint.
I am going to move my whopping 25 movement, then hold an attack if dogs get close by.
All right.
And like I said, I'm going to hold.
Yep. All right, Tanis. This is so morbid.
All right. Not gonna jump on the train of murdering these dogs with the basically non-lethal damage to knock the dog
Okay.
out.
Non-lethal damage it is. A solid hit with the hilt of your sword. But it didn't knock him out. Will this do it? Even at minimum damage, the dog goes to a temporary sleep, unlike the permanent sleep the first two go into.
It's awful.
It's okay, we all learned in the 80s that all dogs go to heaven.
Anyway, VOD, I have it coded right, but it's still showing up in the combat tracker without the plus sign.
Yeah, I've noticed Fantasy Grounds does that. You have to code it and then re-put it into the combat tracker. It's all good. I'll fix it in between episodes.
Okay, I did delete it, but yeah, we might need a session reset, which we don't need to do now.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm watching you move, Tanis. Caraman.
So different dogs are trained differently. Are they barking or really loud, raising the alarm, or are they running silently and attacking?
They are running silently. That's a great question. They are war dogs, not warning dogs.
Was this the dog that was commanded?
No, this dog is free of its own will.
Raceland barbecued that dog.
No, that's still the same one that Goldmoon's targeting.
All right, so I'm going to just move up, and I'm sort of like Tennis. I'm not in any mood to slaughter these dogs. I'm going to wait here, And if somebody comes up to Flint or I, or tries to pass us, then I'll attack. I'll ready my action.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we come back to Gold Moon. I see you already have this one targeted.
Oh yeah, this. He's saying this is the one that she had commanded.
Yeah, this
to-
was the one that was already targeted.
Oh, I thought you had one that was targeted that already came down the stairs.
No, it was the one furthest away.
Oh, then I retcon it, and he's just chilling up there.
She's gonna move up there. I'm trying to think if it would be smart to try and do animal handling now that it had a chance to like kind of be calm.
You could attempt that. I mean, you're kind of far away, but you could attempt that.
Seems to me that somebody's going to miss 4 dogs.
Unfortunately, she does not have rations on her, so I can't try and use food. Try and stave it off. Calm emotions only works on humanoids. I think she's gonna try a Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh,
Nope, never mind. That's a 30-foot range. She's gonna minor illusion one of the Draconians and try to make it look like it's telling the dog to stop.
nice. So, she's made the illusion to make herself look like a draconian.
No, she projects a Draconian.
Oh, right there, right
Yep.
there. I see. Okay. Perfect. The dog looks confused and tilts its head for a moment. But then at the grotesque sight of the draconian, it whimpers and with the tail between its legs runs away. Not toward the draconian. Easiest battle ever.
Are there dog pieces in this room, this hallway now?
It smells so bad.
Well, guys, I gotta assume somebody's upstairs is gonna be missing these dogs real quick. I don't know about that rest we were thinking of taking.
I'm gonna grab one of the dogs. I'm coming to the storeroom and look for somewhere that's sort of out of the way, maybe toward the back.
Clean up. Uh-oh. There goes Flint. Out like Flint. Anyone want to help Caraman clean up?
Yeah, Taz will. I'm not sure. You can do much,
Gilthanas
but yeah.
will too. We shall make it quick. Clean up, make it look like we were never here, says Gilthanas.
Maybe get a couple of those gully doors to run around in here and kill that dog hair smell.
I don't know. Maybe they'll like the dog's food.
Oh, what about the one that's just knocked out? Are you gonna leave it there? Or are you gonna drag it into that room too?
I do not know what to do with it. I just didn't want slaughter of animals.
I know, right? It's like Turner and Hooch all over again.
Oh god, I remember that movie.
I know all the humans in the movie can die, and it's okay. Well,
who knocked the dog out?
yeah, who knocked the dog out? That
Who
was
knocked the
Tannis.
dog out?
I
Yeah.
know.
So what are y'all's things with this dog?
Yeah, Tannis knocked the dog out.
Yep, that was me.
I don't know, Tannis. Any bright ideas? I mean, now you got to do something with this. Tie him up and leave him in the storeroom. He's gonna start barking.
He is gonna start barking, and I don't want him anywhere near where all the women are gonna be.
Could always lock him in with the agar.
Maybe the Agar want a nice pet.
Gilthana speaks up. For once, the mage has a good idea. I say give the dog to the Agar.
I guess that could work.
You know they're gonna put that dog in that catapult, but let's go.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, there's a good movie that best line in the whole movie was, "I don't see where that's my problem."
Tannis will want to go up to the door at the top of the stairs and just make sure it's closed.
Is there a door up there?
No, I'm visualizing it. No door up there. It's more like a partial slight cave that just kind of goes uh out of the basement and into the ground floor. Like maybe at least 6 feet of a cave, meaning there's a 6 foot thickness between the basement and the ground floor. If anyone can visualize inside my head, don't do that. Pink elephant.
On parade.
Let's haul this dog back to the Agar. Because just standing out here in the open.
All right, Gilthanas will go ahead and pick up part of the dog if someone will help him.
Yeah, Carmen will help.
Yeah, I just moved up there. I say we just open the door, throw the dog in, and shut the door.
Oh, those poor Agar.
Sounds like a plan.
Poor Agar, that poor dog. Might have been kinder. Might have been a kindness to actually put that dog down than what we're about to do.
I don't know. It might just chase them around the whole time.
We might be giving the dog like the funnest time of its life.
Sure, we'll look at it that way. We'll put a positive spin on it. All right, kick the door open.
As I visualize the dog hurling through the air.
Trying to bite a slice of pizza. And the door closes with the dog inside.
Now,
Good job.
just walk away. Just walk away.
Don't look back. You might turn into a pillar of salt.
You didn't hear a thing.
All right, hallway is free of dogs and dog pieces.
Well, I would say that that's pretty much almost an hour of the 2 hours that you have before feeding time and tending time to the children. So now that you have roughly an hour left, do you want to go up the stairs or do you want to go check on the women? I don't know.
We need time to get into disguise, so I say we head back to the room and prep ourselves up. We're obviously not going to have time to rest. And might I suggest that between waiting for a gold moon and Flint having to take off, we're down to 4 of us. Maybe this might not be a bad time to call it until next week.
Yeah, I just realized Flint wasn't around.
Yeah, he did say he had to go. He had a work thing.
Oh, I'm reading it now. Because I'm the one streaming, I was just mentioning to this earlier. I don't hear the bleeps and bloops in Discord when people text, so I don't know when people are saying something in Discord.
Yeah, I miss that stuff too.
Although my wife just told me to go ahead and order a second monitor, so I am extremely stoked.
Do it.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, if you all want, I kind of agree. If you all don't mind ending it just a bit early, why don't you go ahead and head back into the first of the women's rooms where Elistan is, and I'll give you all a short rest while you prep up, and then you all can think about, are we splitting the party? Are some of you going to go talk to the men? Or are you all going to go to the children? Ooh, choices.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we all need to be on this children run.
And unfortunately, Caraman's going to be difficult to disguise as a woman.
And correct me if I'm wrong. When you all were in the Slaw Marie, did you all just book it like right through the Slaw Marie?
We awakened something, but I don't think we didn't get into a fight there. We kind of ran away.
Hold on.
No one found a sword, did they?
Yeah, that's what I don't think anyone found a sword in the Slaw Marie.
No one found a sword.
No. Okay, that's okay. That might be remedied somehow. I'll think of something.
I'm wondering. This is inside this room is all grown women, right?
Yes,
Did we skip over the tomb?
you all
We
did.
just booked through it.
You all skipped over Kithkanon's tomb.
Yeah, because as soon as we opened the door, a whole bunch of undead things started coming out Game of Thrones style. So we're like, nope.
We also, I know we didn't explore all the ways. I think we went left and just kind of stayed that way. We didn't spend a lot of time exploring there.
It's okay. It was just refreshing my memory because I've got a little work ahead of me now, so that's okay. Well, you all actually explored pretty much this entire map, so why don't I just expose this whole map so you all can see what it looks like.
That is some good detail.
Yeah, it's good detail. Even the typography and everything, and it's very cool.
Now, the part that I didn't tell you, I shrunk this down to about a third of its megabyte size. It was originally at 70 pixels, and now it's at 35 pixel square.
So,
Yeah, those were huge maps.
how much time do you think this took you?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I definitely didn't pump it out quickly. It took me about probably 3 or 4 days.
Wow. Well,
Now, if I was good at knowing where to find all the symbols, I didn't have to go searching for them, I probably could pump it out in a day. But yeah, a lot of time was spent figuring out which symbols I wanted to use for everything.
yeah, isn't that the truth? Spend all the time looking for resources. But it is good work, man. Good work.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
No, what I'm thinking is we've got a giant of a man in Karamon, and if this room is full of grown women, is this Kender going to be able to pass unseen on the children's run? I think we might need to break this party up a little bit.
I've been really curious on how you all are going to play this out. I stopped the stream, by the way. Yeah, I've been really, really curious